What's up, guys? So I have a little surprise. I got the Mini Cooper SE to test drive. I haven't really heard much about this. I honestly have no knowledge about this besides it has pretty much 100 miles of range, which is horrible. But I'll go ahead and give you guys a look. All right, so here we are. I popped the hood because I was really intrigued on what they had in there, but doesn't seem like much, just covers. But I kind of do like the look of this. The wheels are a little interesting. I don't know if I like them or hate them. I think it's a cool touch. Another thing that this car has is the rooftop changes. Well, it doesn't change colors, but it just essentially transfers colors as you go through the top here. Anyways, back to the engine bay. There's literally nothing. It looks like a normal engine bay, but there's just a motor in there. And then I haven't looked at the trunk space. Let's go ahead and pop the trunk. So I got the seats down, pretty much a traditional size Mini. Nothing really missing, honestly. All right, so it pretty much just looks like a newer Mini in here. Nothing really much. Pretty much you just put the key. There's no designated spot really for it. You'll just set it down somewhere in here. You'll just put your foot on the brake. Makes some pretty interesting noises. Yeah, so we got our regenerative braking here. So depending on how, if we press this, it'll change right here. You see that movement right there, and it actually tells you low regenerative braking and then high. Seems pretty interesting. It looks pretty much just like the fourth generation interiors of the Minis. Besides it saying, let's see if I can, your e-power ready charge. I haven't really messed around with this display right here. I don't know if it's, oh, it is touchscreen. Look at that, that's pretty cool. Got your navigation here. It also displays over here as well, so that's pretty nifty. And then we'll move on to the shifter here. So from what I understand, this is pretty much all standard on the automatic Minis, but you'll put your foot on the brake, you'll press this button on the side, and then you'll just pull back, and then there's a parking brake, but I did not turn that on, so then we're good to drive. All right, so it does make a little bit of noise, but I think that's just because it's a electric car. If you listen really closely, might be able to pick that up. Not too sure, but so this car has a few different modes. It has our super economic mode, it's got our mid mode, and our sports mode. So we'll go ahead and put it in green plus mode is what it's called. All right, we'll pretty much just do a little launch here. Oh. It's not really a slouch, honestly. It feels pretty good. All right, this is green mode. Definitely a pretty good size difference. All right, so I've just found out that there's actually 4 modes. There's green plus, green, mid, and sports. So the first two, one was green plus, the other one was green. This one will be mid. It's pretty fun. I'm not going to lie. Oh my goodness. All right, we'll go ahead and put it in sports mode and try this one last time. All right, this is sports mode. Foot to the floor. Oh yeah, that feels that feels really good. There's not really a drivability difference in different modes besides acceleration. I believe the steering wheel does get a little bit heavier when you put it in sports mode, but the drive with like suspension is actually pretty nice. It's not crazy stiff. It's actually genuinely comfortable for being a Mini. So one thing I just noticed is when you put it in reverse, pops up your rear view camera and that mirror actually moves. The turn signals are still the same, your traditional one click, and then fully engaged is your permanent blinker, I guess you could say. So just the one tap is the 3, and then if you fully engage it, it'll be your normal blinker. Another thing I want to talk about is the regenerative braking. So it's not necessarily aggressive. It's definitely not like your traditional car where you let off and you can coast a little bit, and that's on the weak, I guess, low setting, not weak setting. But if you turn it on like high, I just turned it on high. Here we'll and then I let off, and I'm not pressing on the brake. My foot is not on the brake, and it slowed down really quickly. I do kind of like this. I have driven a few other vehicles that also have regenerative braking, and it is definitely weird at first, but it's something that I feel like someone could definitely get used to. Definitely is going to help out a lot of people. Not like you're gonna be not paying attention, but there are a few people that don't pay attention on the road, and it does kind of get scary. One thing here in the passenger seat, I did not notice this earlier, but it does have the Harman Kardon sound system, which I do have in my car, which I do enjoy a lot. Another thing that I wanted to kind of point out is the glove box right here. It's a pretty, it's not huge, but like my hand's a decent size, and I can put it all the way in here, and there's a lot of room in here. I do like that. Visor here seems pretty seems pretty traditional. Not much to it. I'll point out here is this seat is still pretty much your traditional seat. It is a bit bolstered more, but they do have the leg extension here, which is pretty cool. They still got like the pump up, pump down feature, and then here's your reclining thing. I'm not gonna pull that because it goes crazy, but now you do have a trunk button here, and then you pull twice and it'll open the hood. There's no hood latch in front, which is weird, but overall, guys, I do like this car. I think these are around $30,000, which isn't bad. I do kind of wish they would do a little bit of a higher mileage package. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I haven't really looked into this car a whole lot. But overall, I do like this. I think it's a fun little car. It does kind of throw me back to my Mini, which is, it's not the original Mini by all means. BMW did have their hands in that making of that car a little bit more than your first generation and classic Minis, but I do like this car. I think it's fun. Another thing I just noticed, I'm sorry, I have a little bit of ADHD here. This does not have fog lights. That's a little interesting. I did not notice that. I don't know if that's just on some models or all models, but yeah, anyways, leave a comment if you guys want to see more content like this. Go ahead and like and subscribe, please. Everything does help, and I'll see you guys soon.